Hey YouTube, what's going on? Sam back at you again. This one right here is gonna come out of Canada. This story right here is gonna come out of Canada, and let me tell you something. Canada's been on and popping since midnight last night, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Canada has been on and popping, and for y'all of those who are not in the know, Canada has um has legalized recreational marijuana. I'm gonna tell you right now, Canada is going to see a fluctuation of people moving. They're going to see a fluctuation of travel and tourism. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be because of the marijuana. Please understand, it's gonna be because of the Mary Jane. It's gonna be because of that chocolate tie. It's gonna be because of that fuzzy peach. It's gonna be because of that dragonaut. It's gonna be because of that purple haze. It's gonna be because of that hashish. I'm trying to tell you. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. They might as well just go on and legalize marijuana throughout the United States. And let me just say that because see, Colorado had to prove to other states that you can legalize it and your state can flourish and you won't have really no economic crisis going on in your state. You can have enough money to make brand new schools to every school. Every student get to take home a laptop. Every student get to have a computer in school. Every student get to have an up-to-date class. Teachers can get a salary increase of at least 10 grand a year. I know to some of y'all 10 grand ain't a lot, but let me tell y'all something. To a teacher who has to deal with students 3/4 of the year for more than 5 and 6 hours a day while your ass is at work or you at home, get out of town. A teacher is like the least paid, but it is the biggest profession in the world. Think about what I'm saying. You have the biggest profession, which are educators, but they are the least and the worst paid. Somebody please help me understand. Because see, they are doing something that a lot of parents aren't doing, which is educating them, teaching them. However, let's damn it continue because this is not what this subject is about. I tell you, sometimes I don't. I'm gonna get into it. Prohibition has ended. Marijuana aficionados in Canada rejoice as pot becomes legal across the country. Man, let me tell you something. As soon as they had you know how New Year's they have a ball drop? No, they had a bud drop. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all this thing right here. This is the bud right here. They had a bud drop. It was big, just like the damn ball they used for New Year's Eve in New York. Yes, they had that to drop. But anyway, Ian Power was among the first to buy legal recreation marijuana in Canada, but he has no plans to smoke it. He plans to frame it. So I guess that's a souvenir. Let it sit there long enough, it's gonna marinate over time, and the longer it sit, the more potent it's gonna get. Somebody's gonna break that damn frame you about to put it in. I'm trying to tell you, but I digress. Canada became the largest country with a legal national marijuana marketplace as sales began early Wednesday in Newfoundland. Power was the first in line at the store in St. John's. I'm going to frame it and hang it on my wall. I'm not even going to smoke it. I'm just going to save it forever, Power said. Okay. We going to see how long that lasts. And there was more good news for pot aficionados. Canada will pardon all. Lord, have mercy. Let me tell you something. I'm finna read, but I don't want y'all to freak out because I just did. I apologize. Let me bring it down. It says Canada will pardon all those with convictions for possessing up to 30 grams of marijuana. Let me tell you something. If they had that shit here in Virginia, let me tell you something. People be coming out there walking. Let me tell you, people be coming out of jail. They be damn near break dancing all over, pop locking, all that shit getting out of jail. Like, yeah, nigga, you won't tell me what to do tonight. Bam, I'm out. Man. Woo. The newly legal threshold is 30 grams. So if you got more than 30 grams, then that's your ass, Mr. Postman. I'm sorry, you got to do that little bid. But anyway, and you got to keep it on your record. But anyway, man, people will have to apply for pardons, but will no longer have to wait 5 years after a conviction or pay hundreds of dollars in fees as they do now. So not only what they're doing, they are honestly, to a degree, they are giving the citizens of Canada their rights back, because when you get caught with marijuana or a certain number of weight with marijuana, like any other drug, yeah, it goes into a felony. Some of it is a misdemeanor. 30 grams, I mean, that's a felony. You might as well say that's a damn felony because that's intent to distribute. So that's a felony. So if these convictions are going to be pardoned, so yes, they got to apply, but at the same time, their rights are being restored. So that means not only are they going to get pardoned, but it's going to be stricken from their record. So this is not only Canada gets it because we in America, we don't have a problem with holding grudges. My opinion, if you have a person that has been to prison or been to jail and they have done their time, they have done their time. I'm sorry, I thought my car alarm was going off. Why is it that we can never forgive them and let them go on and live a life? They've done anything a year and a day is a felony in the state of Virginia. Anything that's a year and under, it's a misdemeanor. My thing is, why is it so hard for the judicial? I I know why, but we don't want to forgive and let people live their life. If you done served your time and you are no longer on probation, you ain't on parole, you ain't none of that, why can't you have your rights restored to vote? Why do you still have to go through hell to get a decent job? Then we wonder why these people go back and do the same thing that they was doing before they went to jail, because nobody wants to give them a second chance. There are jobs out there, good paying jobs that do offer second chances to people who have had felonies. There are certain circumstances like you can't commit murder, um, or or rape or sodomy or child molestation, some shit like that. Those things are a little bit more severe. Um, but I don't understand. The United States, is the only country, and if I'm wrong, please chime in at the bottom and let me know what you think. United States is the only country that get rich off of people's illnesses. We are the only country that will put a person on a prescription or some kind of drug with just the stroke of a pen. You come in there, I go in there for a hangnail, or let me give you a prescription for an infection. Ain't no infection, just a damn hangnail. All I gotta do is keep it clean, let it dry, it'll be okay. But no, we don't want to get infected. I'm not getting that prescription, because not only are the pharmaceutical companies getting rich off of it, but the doctors get a kickback from every prescription that they write. If y'all didn't notice, y'all better do your research. I'm telling you the truth. Half of the prescriptions that they give you, you don't even really damn need, because you do have pharmaceutical companies that have vendors or have people that go out and push their new drugs on doctors and on pharmacies. It's not a lie. They got equipment. How you think they get the surgical equipment and all that shit? You got to go out there. You got to you got to do some head hunting. You got to go out there and you got to push that shit out. So guess what? If they got new equipment, they got new drugs. Um, I refuse to get a prescription filled. I will not. I'm just not. If they say, well, we can give you Percocet or Demerol or Vicodin, you keep that. Well, what are you going to take? A leave. And if I can't take a leave, I will take Tylenol. Well, we can give you Tylenol 3. No, you're not. That has codeine in it. That shit is addictive. Not only that, it hurts my stomach. Vicodin, Demerol, Percocet, all them, when I tell you they literally make me sick to the stomach, it make me sick to the stomach to whereas all I'm doing is just dry heaving. And I'm going to tell you, ain't nothing worse than throwing up air. It is throwing up air is worse than throwing up actual shit out of your stomach. I'm telling you, man, I've been there. No, I don't want that. Why would I want something that's gonna take away the pain, but it's gonna make me do something else? That's why, if you look at a lot of the damn commercials, and if you hear a commercial, they talking about a new drug. You hear all that stuff, but when they get to the side effects part, every side effect, I want you to put up a finger. Why would I take that and it could mess up 7 different things? And then they also said it could lead to death. That's the ultimate. Why would you take something that could lead to death? Anyway, I digress. This is the only country that get rich off of people's illnesses. Not only that, we are quick to throw away our elderly and our children. Look how we treat our elderly. Really, if you really think about it, look how we treat our elderly. Look how we treat our youth. Then we wonder why they out here the way they out here. Um, when I tell you racism at its finest, this country, I'm not saying other countries aren't racist, but the United States is the most racist country in the world. And trust me, black people did not ask to come here. We were brought over here by force, and we had no choice but to stay because we could not go back or we couldn't get back. And by the time we get back, we wouldn't even know what we was getting back to. Because when people say you need to go back to your country, bitch, I am in my country. I was born and raised here. I speak perfect English. There's nothing wrong with my English. I just choose not to speak how you want me to speak. But anyway, I digress. Not only that, the country is the country is so divided right now that you really don't even know how to respond to certain shit because how you respond, other people, it's just crazy. This is the only country, and what I don't understand, people see what's going on, but they don't want to acknowledge it because when you acknowledge shit, you have to do something about it. Either you fix it or what, but either way, if you don't acknowledge it, you totally ignore it. You hoping other people will ignore it like you do, and people that are like you do ignore it, but they know what's going on. But anyway, I digress. So Canada is like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna legalize this marijuana. We're gonna get things on and popping, and I guarantee their economy is gonna boom. And number 45 has talked so bad about Canada in the last year. He's talked so bad about Canada. Canada is doing much better than the United States, but let me keep moving. Um, this is going to make a real difference for people who have been unfairly impacted by the previous regime, and says Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau, who also said that he had no plans to use marijuana himself. Just because he don't want to use it don't mean nobody else should. But anyway, let's continue. Canada has had legal medical marijuana since 2001. Oh, damn, for 17 years? And Trudeau's government has spent 2 years working toward expanding that to include recreational marijuana. The goal is to better reflect society's changing opinion about marijuana and bring black market operators into regulated systems. So, so instead of, and what they mean by black market, they mean street hustlers. That's a nice way of saying it. Black market, street hustlers. Sorry about that. Street hustlers. You a street hustler. You want to sell weed. Guess what? Go get you a business license. Get you a place to sell it out of. Go fucking legit. A light bulb for somebody. Anywho, let's continue. Um, Uruguay was the first country to legalize marijuana. Damn, Uruguay, y'all ain't playing. In St. John, hundreds of customers were lined up around the block to the private store on Water Street, the main commercial drag in the provincial capital. By the time the clock struck midnight, the festive atmosphere broke out. Damn, boy, they lit up, and some customers lighting up on the sidewalk and motorists honking their horns in support as they drove by the crowd. Prohibition has ended right now. We just made history, said the 46-year-old power who brought a gram. Damn, I can't believe we did it. All these years of activism paid off. Bruce Linton, the CEO of marijuana producer and retailer Canopy Growth, made the sale to power. It was extremely emotional, he said. I bet it was. But anyway, that's all I got. I ain't want to hold y'all, but I just want to know if somebody that's in New York, somebody that's in Michigan, somebody that's in New Jersey, Vermont, Maine. I know somebody in Chicago, somebody is going to go to, if they not in Canada right now, they are going very soon. You can go there. It's just like being in Amsterdam. I ain't never been, but I heard that you go to Amsterdam, you go into one of those establishments, and they give you a menu. You got hash on one side, weed on the other side, and they said you can smoke all the weed and hash you want, but you cannot smoke cigarettes. Ain't that some shit? I'm like, well, if you smoke enough weed, you ain't gonna want no cigarette. But I digress. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I just want to throw that out there at y'all in case some of y'all decide y'all want to go and see how beautiful Canada is. You can go see Cannabis Canada right now. Um, that's my new name for Canada. Cannabis Canada. Makes sense to me. So anyway, y'all have a good night. Y'all know y'all friends, family, cousins, auntie, sister, brother, that like to indulge in a little bit of that earth tone, aromas, that you kind of roll up, let them know that they can go to Canada and walk around, get the smoke on, while they walking, shopping, eating, they can do all that all up and through Canada. It's all good. It's legal. It's legal, man. Let me tell you something. Canada, y'all done set it off. Y'all gonna see a number of people moving there. Y'all gonna see a number of people begin to work there. Y'all gonna see a number of people that is gonna be coming to visit y'all. Y'all tourism is about to shoot up about 1,000%. I'm just gonna tell you right here, right now. But anyway, that's all I got. Like I said, y'all share this video with your family and friends that want to go ahead and get their smoke on. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it. All right, that's all I got. I got to go get my hustle on. No, I ain't going to do that, but I got to go get my hustle on. Anyway, peace out.